August 12th, 2009. The air was crisp, carrying the scent of pine and damp earth. Below, a sea of ancient forests stretched to the horizon, unbroken by human settlement. Above, the Blackwood Peaks, a jagged, formidable range in a forgotten corner of the world, rose like sentinels against the pre-dawn sky. Dr. Elias Thorne, a man whose name was synonymous with geological exploration, stood on a windswept ridge. Beside him, his two team members, Lena Petrova, a seasoned cartographer, and Samuel McAllister, a wilderness survival expert, adjusted their packs. Their faces, etched with both exhaustion and quiet determination, were barely visible in the fading starlight. This was their 6th day of an ambitious 2-week expedition into the last truly uncharted territories of the continent. Thorne's goal was audacious: to map a particularly elusive ridge known only as the Serpent's Spine, a geological anomaly rumored to hold secrets of the Earth's ancient past. He wasn't chasing gold or glory in the conventional sense. He sought knowledge, the kind that reshapes our understanding of the planet itself. His satellite phone, a lifeline to the world they'd left behind, was already packed deep in his weatherproof bag. Their only communication link was a small, rugged satellite data burst device, programmed to transmit a status update and a single low-resolution photograph every 48 hours. For 5 days, the transmissions had been routine: coordinates, weather reports, and images of breathtaking, untouched landscapes. Then, on the morning of August 12th, a transmission arrived that was anything but routine. It was short, garbled, and carried a chilling payload. 2 days passed without a word. 2 days of radio silence from a team known for their meticulous communication. Back at base camp, located hundreds of miles away in the nearest remote town, the alarm bells began to sound a low, resonant thrum of unease. Dr. Thorne and his team were considered among the best. They were equipped with cutting-edge technology, trained for every conceivable contingency. They knew these wild places better than almost anyone. For them to vanish without a trace, it was unthinkable. Yet, the silence persisted. It hung heavy in the air, a stark contrast to the expected routine check-ins. By August 14th, the official search began. Helicopters, their rotors beating a frantic rhythm against the stillness of the mountains, crisscrossed the Serpent's Spine. Ground teams, comprised of experienced mountain rescue personnel, navigated the treacherous terrain, their radios crackling with increasingly desperate calls for any sign, any sound. Hours turned into days, days stretched into a week. The weather, initially clear, turned hostile, lashing the peaks with ice and snow, making the already impossible search even more perilous. Visibility plummeted. The howling winds carried no human voices, only the mournful echo of the mountain itself. Then, on the 9th day, a breakthrough. A search and rescue team spotted it, a small, brightly colored emergency shelter, partially collapsed, tucked away in a remote ravine that wasn't even on Thorne's planned route. Hope, a fragile thing, flickered. But as they approached, the hope turned to ash. The shelter was empty. Inside, neatly packed, were most of the team's supplies, including their extensive geological survey equipment. Their tents were there, sleeping bags rolled. It was as if they had simply stepped out. There were no signs of a struggle, no blood, no discarded gear suggesting a hasty retreat or an accident. Only the lingering cold of an abandoned camp. Near the shelter, buried partially under a rockfall, they found a crushed satellite data burst device. It was the same model Thorne's team used. Miraculously, despite the damage, the device's internal memory held data. It contained only one item, a single, low-resolution photograph, time-stamped August 12th, the very day their transmissions ceased. What they saw, what they captured in that fleeting instant, remains a chilling enigma. The photograph was grainy, taken in near darkness, its focus indistinct. It showed what appeared to be a narrow, vertical fissure in a rock face, a dark, almost black opening. But within that opening, something else was present. Something subtle, yet profoundly disturbing. Experts who later analyzed the image couldn't agree. Some claimed it was a trick of the light, a natural rock formation made sinister by the poor quality of the image. Others suggested it was a partial view of an animal, perhaps a large, undiscovered species of cave dweller. But a persistent few, those who stared long enough into the pixelated darkness, saw something else entirely. They saw a faint, almost translucent silhouette, a shape that seemed to defy natural explanation. A structure, a figure. Its edges were too sharp for natural rock, too angular for a creature. It seemed to loom, partially obscured, at the mouth of the dark fissure, an unblinking presence. The location from where the photo was taken was meticulously pinpointed, using the device's GPS data. It was deep within a labyrinthine canyon system, miles from the abandoned camp, in an area the search teams had already scoured. Yet, when they returned to the exact coordinates, there was nothing. No fissure, no strange shape, only a sheer rock wall, ancient and unyielding. The Blackwood Peaks, a place where the wilderness, in its truest form, cares nothing for human ambition, offered no further clues. The expedition's precise itinerary, painstakingly planned, ended abruptly on August 12th. Their meticulous records, their advanced gear, their very existence, everything simply ceased. Theories, as always, proliferated in the vacuum of certainty. Was it a sudden, localized geological event, a hidden sinkhole, a flash rockslide that swallowed them whole, leaving no trace? But why leave their camp intact, their vital supplies behind? Why the photograph, taken so far from their last known location, showing something so profoundly unsettling? Some speculated about an encounter with an apex predator, a creature unknown to science, but the lack of struggle, the absence of any blood or torn clothing, made this hypothesis weak. Others whispered of local legends, ancient warnings of malevolent spirits guarding the mountains, tales dismissed by Thorne as superstition, yet now recounted with hushed tones. Then there was the most unsettling theory, that the photograph wasn't just a picture of something, but a picture taken because of something. That the fissure, and the inexplicable presence within it, was a discovery so profound, so dangerous, that it led to an immediate, absolute end. Did they stumble upon an ancient, hidden chamber, a breach in the very fabric of reality? Or perhaps something that simply did not want to be found? Dr. Elias Thorne, Lena Petrova, and Samuel McAllister were never seen again. No bodies were recovered, no further evidence emerged. The Blackwood Peaks remain a silent, imposing monument to their disappearance. The single cryptic photograph, a distorted window into their final moments, is all that remains. A silent question, forever echoing through the desolate canyons, asking not only what they saw, but what saw them back. Whatever silence descended upon them, it was absolute, and the mountains, as they always do, kept their secrets,